All right. Hi everybody. This is Marquela. I know I don't look too well, but through the sickness and all this stuff, I wanted to share something that I've been reading the Bible all day, but I just wanted to share something. I wanted to post it, but I was like, I'm gonna just read it. This is very, very powerful. Okay, so good job, girl. I'm saying it wrong, but this is in Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and it says everything in God's own time. So to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in the wherein he labored? I have seen in the travail which God hath given to the sons of the men to be exercised in it. So I could really read this whole thing to you guys. I know I'm sweating and stuff. I'm burning up and everything, but through it all, I wanted to share this to tell you guys that everything in God's own time. Do you understand everything that I just said? Like, we be wanting to get things done right now, and we don't realize that God might have been telling us to wait. God might have been telling us, not to rush. My sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. So when we rush, we don't realize that we could have been, thank you, baby. We could have been waiting. We could have been, maybe God was trying to get us to understand that through it all, that he will always be there for us. And we got to understand that nothing is too big for God to handle. Nothing. So it's a time. Guys, it's hard. Life is hard. It really is. But I said all of this because as I was doing my studies, see, if I turn and look and show you guys what I do every day and what I begin to start to do, this is real. I don't know what's been going on with me, but it's been helping me. It's been helping me. And why do I do this? Why do I continue to do this? Only knows why God. God only knows why. God knows why I continue every day of my life to do this. God knows. This is me. This is what I do. every day. And that's not it. This is what I personally do every day when I'm talking to God. This is my Bible study. I read the Bible. I then get my motivational. I then write down my personal stuff here. I mean, not only do I do that, the prophet that prayed over me, the prophet that told me that I wasn't in the hole anymore, that I wasn't going to fall anymore, that I'm out of there, and he told me to get up. I read it. I read him every day. Every day I read and I write, and I've been applying these things into my life. God just spoken to me. God is our friend. Now, sometimes when we feel alone, we think that he's not there. Many of us is angry with God. Many of us were pissed off at him. But when he said that he will never leave us, I mean, from losing someone, from going through whatever you went through, but just remember, during those worst times, you must praise him at all times. I don't know why every day I wake up, I want to encourage other people. But maybe because after God revealed to me who I was, he told me I could not hide myself any more longer. I am God's child. We are God's child. And as we go through what we go through, we have to realize that it's just a season for a reason. Did you know, as I was reading, God said, there's nothing behind the sun? I was within shot. There's nothing behind the sun. I mean, it's powerful, and you guys, I encourage you, even if you're not going to church, if you have free time, spare up some time for God. Even at your worst, honey, even at your worst, son, whatever you're going through, keep him in mind, because many of us don't go to church for reasons, but it's a season for it. And whatever you believe, you have to understand